Ever felt like your money's playing a constant game of hide and seek? One minute you think you've got enough for that weekend getaway, the next, it's vanished into thin air, swallowed by unexpected bills or impulse buys. You're not alone. Managing money can be a real headache, especially with so many different expenses and financial goals vying for your attention. Think about it. You've got your everyday spending, rent or mortgage, bills, savings for a rainy day, maybe a holiday fund, and perhaps even a little something tucked away for a big purchase down the line. Trying to keep track of all of that in your head, or even with a basic spreadsheet, can quickly become overwhelming. It's like juggling a dozen balls at once. Sooner or later, something's going to drop. That's where features designed to help you organize your finances become incredibly valuable. And today, we're diving deep into one such feature within the Starling Bank app, Spaces. Starling Bank has gained popularity for its user-friendly interface and innovative features, and Spaces is a prime example of how they're trying to make money management easier. But what exactly are Spaces? And more importantly, how can they help you take control of your finances? Imagine having separate virtual piggy banks within your main bank account. That's essentially what Spaces are. They allow you to ring-fence money for specific purposes, keeping it separate from your day-to-day spending money. This separation is key because it provides a clear visual representation of your progress towards different financial goals. Let's break down some of the key benefits of using Spaces. First and foremost, they provide exceptional organization. Instead of having all your money lumped together in one account, you can create dedicated spaces for different things. For example, you could have a space for rent, another for groceries, one for holiday, and even one for emergency fund. This immediately gives you a much clearer picture of where your money is going and how much you have allocated for each purpose. Secondly, Spaces promote better budgeting. By allocating specific amounts to each space, you're essentially creating mini-budgets within your overall budget. This helps you avoid overspending in one area and ensures that you have enough money set aside for your priorities. For instance, if you've allocated £200 to your grocery space for the week, you know you need to stick to that limit. This visual constraint can be surprisingly effective in curbing impulsive spending. Thirdly, Spaces are incredibly helpful for saving towards specific goals. Whether you're saving for a new car, a house deposit, or just a weekend getaway, creating a dedicated space can significantly boost your motivation. Seeing the balance in your holiday space gradually increase can be incredibly rewarding and encourage you to stick to your savings plan. Now, let's get into the practical side of things. How do you actually create and use Spaces within the Starling app? The process is incredibly simple and intuitive. Within the app, you'll find the Spaces section. From there, you can easily create a new space by giving it a name and optionally adding a photo to personalize it. You can then transfer money into the space from your main balance. One of the great things about Spaces is their flexibility. You can move money between spaces as needed, giving you complete control over your funds. You can also set up regular transfers into your spaces, automating your savings and making it even easier to reach your goals. For example, you could set up a recurring monthly transfer from your main account to your rent space, ensuring that you always have enough money set aside for your rent payment. Or you could set up a weekly transfer to your holiday space, gradually building up your holiday fund without even having to think about it. Another useful feature is the ability to set targets for your spaces. This allows you to define a specific amount you want to save and track your progress towards that goal. The app will show you how much you've saved so far and how much you still need to reach your target, providing a clear visual representation of your progress. Let's illustrate this with a few practical examples. Imagine you're saving for a new laptop that costs £1,000. You create a new laptop space and set a target of £1,000. You then set up a weekly transfer of £50 into the space. The app will show you how much you've saved each week and how much you still need to reach your £1,000 target. This makes it much easier to stay motivated and track your progress. Or perhaps you're planning a group trip with friends. You could create a shared space where everyone can contribute their share of the costs. This eliminates the hassle of chasing people for money and makes it much easier to keep track of everyone's contributions. Spaces aren't just for big purchases or long-term savings goals. They can also be incredibly useful for managing everyday expenses. For example, you could create a grocery space and transfer your weekly grocery budget into it. This helps you avoid overspending at the supermarket and ensures that you have enough money set aside for your essential needs. One important distinction to make is the difference between Spaces and Starling's Goals feature. While both are designed to help you save, they have slightly different purposes. Spaces are more about segregating money for specific purposes, whether it's for bills, expenses, or savings goals. Goals, on the other hand, are more focused on achieving specific financial targets, like saving a certain amount by a certain date. They often involve higher interest rates or other incentives. So, to summarize, Spaces are a powerful tool within the Starling app that can significantly improve your money management skills. They provide excellent organization, promote better budgeting, and make it easier to save towards specific goals. They're simple to set up, flexible to use, and can be adapted to suit a wide range of financial needs. Whether you're saving for a house deposit, managing your weekly grocery budget, or planning a group trip, Spaces can help you take control of your finances and achieve your financial objectives. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.